Brooks.
You don't know nothing about where I come from.
Mr. Brooks.
You push me, dog.
Don't push back then.
Mr. Brooks.
Don't push back.
Push me again.
Mr. Brooks, we have to continue with this hearing.
Want to talk to the judge or not?
No, I'm worried about, man. Don't put your hand on me, dude.
Nobody put their hands on you.
Yeah, they better not put their hand on me.
Okay, Mr. Brooks, you need to look at me for a minute, okay?
Why? To listen to all this political stuff y'all got going on?
Mr. Brooks, I'm more concerned about...
Don't touch me, dog. Stay seated.
All right, we're going to take a break and we're going to come back after lunch. I'm not going to do this with him right now. He needs to be here. He's not cooperating. I'm going to give you the warning, Mr. I will give you the warning that if you continue to interrupt when we go back on the record, you will forfeit your right to be in the courtroom today. I can't have these interruptions. I want you here. It's been a long day and a half.
Keep your hands off me.
We'll come back at 12:30.
Just told you to get up off me.
It's not no game. That's what you don't seem to understand.
I believe that fully.
I don't care what you believe fully.
All right.
It's not a game. I don't take this as a game. That's what nobody. That's what nobody. You don't gotta explain nothing to me. That's what you don't understand. You think that this is a whole game to me. This is not a game to me, Your Honor. Nothing about this is a joke. That's what y'all don't understand. And it's unfair. It's unfair. And it's disrespectful to me that you think I would come in here purposely and treat this like a joke or a game.
I never said it was a joke.
What type of statement is that? Your life is not on the line. Mine is. And you think that I think this is funny?
I don't think it's funny whatsoever.
So I think, Your Honor, with all due respect, I think you should show some respect.
We're going to take a 5-minute break, and when we come back, the jury's coming out, and you need to call your next witness. Thank you. We are in recess.
No, you're not rushing me to judgment. I don't care what you're talking about.
So what other details do you not recall?
Your Honor, how does someone recall the details that they don't recall?
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Sustained is to the form of the question.
Seems very funny. Seems almost as if you're recalling what you want to recall and purposely not.
Objection. Badgering the witness.
Yes, sustained. You do not have to answer that, and you are warned. You may not badger or argue with this witness. Next question.
Badger or argue? What do you mean?
Next question.
What do you mean?
Don't intimidate the witness is what I mean.
How am I intimidating the witness?
Badgering the witness by eye rolling, by pursing your lips, by making facial movements regarding her answers.
Does she feel intimidated?
Is badgering the witness.
Are you kidding me?
Under 906.11, please ask your next question.
You can't be serious right now. Intimidating the witness. What have I done to intimidate the witness?
The last question was badgering, which is a form. Can you? Mr. Brooks, I made my ruling under 906.11. Please ask a question or I will stop the questioning.
How did I intimidate?
Under 906.11, sub 1, sub A, sub B, and sub C, ask your next question or the questioning of this witness will end.
How are you even a judge?
All right, you may step down now. Thank you.
How are you even a judge? Come on, man. This must be all about the 62 trust, right? That you want to be the beneficiary of?
I'm going to give the jury their closing instruction. We are done with testimony for today.
They ain't got to worry about that.
So I just wanted to know, because I know a subpoena form was filled out.
If I want her to be here, she gonna be here.
I agree with the state that.
Just know that.
She could certainly appear.
It ain't even got to be no arrangement. All I got to say is come. She gonna come. That simple.
Mr. Brooks, do you intend to call her as a witness? Because I'm directing you to have her here at 9 a.m.
We said all that at the beginning, man. Like, I don't even want to be in here that much longer. Just do what you got to do so I can get up out of here. I'm tired of being in the courtroom that has no integrity whatsoever. How can you even call yourself a judge?
Brooks, I need to make a record of
I need to make a record too.
You don't.
When am I gonna get the chance to do that?
All right, I need to make a record. He's being removed to the other courtroom. He is yelling at me. He's not going to let me make a statement or make the record that I need to make.
I'm finna
He
leave
hasn't
anyway,
sat
so what
down
do it
for
matter?
the better part of 2 hours.
All you want. You can hold me in contempt all you want.
I'm not holding you
all
in
gotta do is tell me
contempt.
if it's criminal or civil, so I can hit
All
you
right,
with you.
I need to
what
clear
you
the
know is
courtroom because
coming.
I do need
I'm
to
gonna
make.
give you what you know is coming.
I need him to go to the
If
other
it's civil-
courtroom because I do need to put some things
it's
on the
civil,
record. The record should
Where's the
reflect
contract between you and I?
that Mr. Brooks
If it's
is
criminal,
yelling at me.
what is the crime?
He is.
Who makes the claim? And what
He
is
is. I will make the record when we get back. I will step off, but Mr. Brooks, you're being
It ain't
taken
no
to
Mr.
the
It
next
ain't no Mr.
courtroom.
Brooks. Don't try to address me
Thank
like
you.
that, like we cool. You don't have no integrity. How can you even call yourself a judge? Making tacit agreements, being biased, judicial misconduct, trying to steal somebody's set.
As I've let you do, you even went so far as to mute
Mr.
me,
Brooks, the
which you
jury
can't
is
even.
coming
There's no
out.
lawful law to say that you
I'm
can even
advising
mute
you
me.
to be quiet. They're coming
Your Honor,
out.
does Illinois versus Allen say that you can utilize the mute button? It does not.
Mr. Brooks,
So
when
you're-
the door
you're-
opens, I expect you to be quiet.
You're,
and you will
you're,
forfeit
and
your
I
right
expect
to
for
be
you to,
present.
I expect for you to answer questions as a public servant, Your Honor. You're a public servant.
jury's coming
You're
in.
supposed to serve the people. All right. Take me to the next courtroom, please. Take me to the next courtroom. Hold me in contempt. Hold me in contempt. Hold me in contempt. Hold me in contempt. I have.
I would note he put 2 boxes right in front of where he's seated, so I can't presently see his face. I see his jacket is off, so I can see the outline of his arms, and I can see the jacket on the back of his chair. He is unmuted. I've confirmed previously regarding the audio working, and I will just ask him a second time, sir, do you have any requests as relates to the draft packet of jury instructions, whether that be any additions, corrections, edits, or deletions?
And Your Honor, would it be possible for the bailiffs to just move the boxes off the table so we
Yes,
can
I think
see?
that's fair. I'm gonna advise the bailiff to remove the box so I can see Mr. Brooks. I don't know what he's doing behind there. He has quieted down. He hasn't, I haven't heard him in a while. If you could move the second one because it can interfere with the microphone as well. And the third one. Mr. Brooks, I'm going to ask you for a third time. Do you have any requests as it relates to the jury instructions? Any requests for instructions that aren't included that you believe should be included? Any edits or deletions from the packet that has been provided to you?
Hey, why do you still remove my body?
Because I couldn't see you, sir.
Or what?
I've asked you twice now, and I'll ask you a third time. Do you have any requests as it relates to the jury instructions? Any additions, deletions, edits, or
Hey
otherwise?
man, you don't gotta talk to me like that.
Do you have any requests
First of all,
related
what?
to the jury instructions, sir?
Man, yeah, I got requests. It ain't like they gonna be honored though. 'Cause
As
nothing
it
I've-
relates
nothing
to
I've
the
been
jury
trying to get
instructions,
done.
sir, what are your?
I heard what the hell you said, man. You just been making all the decisions for me. Even though you know I told you repeatedly that I don't understand, and you still make decisions based on my behalf without my consent, without me. I'm telling you I don't understand, and you still make a decision determining my life.
Mr. Brooks, do you have any requests as it relates to the jury instructions? I'll unmute you for that answer.
I can't hear everything you're saying.
Mr. Brooks, I know the audio's turned up. I believe you can hear me. You've chosen not to put the headphones on. That's your choice. My final question to you, do you have any requests as it relates to the jury instructions?
I just thought am I muted?
No,
I just told you, I don't know how many times, I can't hear everything you're saying.
Then you should put the headphones
What about that
on.
don't you understand? What about that don't you understand? When you see headphones, you can see everything. You can see boxes, but then you see headphones.
Have you asked for headphones to be provided, sir?
I shouldn't have to ask for them. I didn't ask for my boxes to be moved.
I believe they took them away previously because you were so agitated. They were perhaps afraid you might break
Yeah,
them.
I'm still agitated. I ain't gonna stop being agitated. That ain't gonna stop. Sit up here and do everything you're doing. And think God don't see what you're doing. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
What you trying to say?
That was very disrespectful, sir. You chose to take off your headphones?
Yeah,
You choose
because
to
I'm
read?
muted. I'm muted. So why am I gonna have my headphones on and I'm muted?
Well, I would think your headphones help you hear. The
They
muting
do.
is so that I don't have to hear the disruptions.
Okay, well then why should I need to hear what
So
you
let
saying?
me be clear, sir. And you
don't
are
gotta
not.
be clear or nothing. I don't gotta listen to you.
He, this.
We gotta keep doing this little childish stuff, dude. I gotta sit up here and I'm supposed to abide by every single rule, but don't nobody else gotta do that.
The record should
Judicial misconduct.
reflect that Mr. Brooks
Repeatedly.
is spouting off, making
I think
unsubstantiated
the record can hear me. I think
allegations
they can hear me.
against this court,
Unless I'm
directly
muted.
attacking the integrity of this court and these proceedings, while yet
This court ain't got no
refusing
integrity.
to answer
This court don't have
simple
no
questions. Mr.
So I'm gonna start asking every witness up here that they seem just to mysteriously now not have any cross for. Have they been coached to answer the way they answer? Because
Well, you can't
I
ask
find-
that, but
I
you can
find
ask
it
them
very
if they've
funny.
met with anyone ahead of
I
their
find it
testimony
very
here
funny.
today,
I find
which
it
you've
very
done
funny.
with other witnesses.
I find it very funny that these are their reports, and now all of a sudden you can. Oh, I saw the person in the car. Oh, but
Mr. Brooks,
I
this
saw
is
them
an
reach for
attempt by
something.
you
Oh,
to
I don't.
delay these
I don't recall
proceedings.
what they had on.
Mr. Brooks,
You can
there's no
recall seeing
purpose
somebody
for you
reach
saying
something
this
and
right
don't
now.
know what they had on. I find that
All right,
very.
I'm having the jury brought
man.
out. I'm instructing you to
Come on,
avoid
man.
the commentary when the jury comes out, or you will
I didn't
forfeit
say-
your right to be
I
present.
didn't say nothing. You.
Pick up potential as to witness.
Want to run the record back?
Mr. Brooks,
So I'm the only one. I got one. I
Mr.
got one
Brooks.
ear that work, and I heard that.
this
Come on,
is
man.
to
Come on,
benefit
man.
you so
No,
that
it's
you
not.
understand
Ain't none of
your
this to benefit
witness
me, so let's be
has
clear
a
about
prior
that.
record.
Your Honor, when I leave the table, I'm away from the courtroom and I have to elevate my voice. This is the
So she had to
alleged
elevate her
record
voice
of Abel
just for that.
Stop talking.
Oh man, like I don't know who y'all be thinking y'all fooling. I accept the value in return for value this document.
One more interruption and you're going to be removed to the next courtroom.
That's what you want to do anyway.
It's not what I want to do. Do not interrupt Attorney Opper.
So can
Your
you
Honor,
tell,
I
can you
believe he
explain-
has 7 prior criminal convictions via OWI 2nd from 1997, and OWI 3rd from 1997, and OWI 4th from 2003, criminal trespass to dwelling from 2006.
All right, I need to take a break. This man right now is having a stare down with me. It's very disrespectful. He pounded his fist. Frankly, it makes me scared. And we're taking a break. Please stop.
Which means someone is being sued. Civil is a suit.
Mr. Brooks, you're talking about an irrelevant matter.
I have the
I'm
paperwork
starting
sent
the
by the paper
trial.
course right here that says it's a civil matter.
Mr. Brooks
So
has
what's
nothing
being
to
sued?
do with
My
this
Sesame
case.
Trust is being sued.
I have no idea what you're talking about. So,
I got the paperwork right here.
all right, I'm
How
going to
do you not
excuse
know
the
what I'm
jury
talking
right
about?
now, given this disruption. All rise for the jury.
It should be properly addressed before the jury even comes out. That's why I'm trying to properly address it before we even went on the record.
Mr. Brooks, stop. In Illinois versus Allen. I also referenced yesterday a persuasive case. It's not at my fingertips. I'll get that for the record. It's the Pennsylvania case that I found to be of persuasive value, where a similar procedure was done. Frankly, what we are providing here in Waukesha County through the use of the technology we have in the courtroom is far superior to what was done in that Pennsylvania case. 70. No, I don't want to do that. I changed, hold on. 76. The 76 count. Just want to make. It says near Frame Park, so it is in there. But that was just one question I had. All right. So, state have any requests as it relates to the jury instructions?
I'm just going through each one. I'm on page 50 of 107.
Do you have any requests as it relates to the jury instructions, sir? I would note he put 2 boxes right in front of where he's seated, so I can't presently see his face. I see his jacket is off, because I can see the outline of his arms, and I can see the jacket on the back of this chair. He is unmuted, and I will just ask him a second time, sir, do you have any requests as it relates to the draft packet of jury instructions?
And Your Honor, would it be possible for the bailiffs to just move the boxes off the table so
Yes,
we
I
can
think
see?
that's fair. I'm going to advise the bailiff to remove the box so I can see Mr. Brooks. I don't know what he's doing behind there. If you could move the second one because it can interfere with the microphone as well. And the third one. Mr. Brooks, I'm going to ask you for a third time. Do you have any requests as it relates to the jury instructions? Any requests for instructions that aren't included that you believe should be included? Any edits or deletions from the packet that has been provided to you?
Hey, why do you still need to move my body?
Because I couldn't see you, sir.
Where's the injured party? Is the injured party present in court right now? Can anyone make a claim against me? Can you make a claim against me, Your Honor? Do you know of anyone that can make a claim against me, Your Honor? Can anyone right now in court, anyone, make a claim against me? And because of that, Your Honor, the motion to dismiss should be granted based on that alone. There's no injured party in this matter. So who makes the claim? Who? I'm not stupid.
Well, I disagree with it. Provide me with the legal basis for that, sir.
So I'm supposed to just come off that with off the top of my head?
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
You're representing yourself. It's not ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. So I was supposed to already come in here this morning and say, oh, a video is going to be shown off the fly at the drop of a hat. Let me try to find some legal thing to combat. How am I supposed to do that?
The bottom line is you opened the door to
It
the
doesn't.
playing
It
of that
doesn't.
video.
We're not talking about
And the
opening
video
no
was
doors.
previously provided to you during discovery.
We're not talking about opening no doors. We're talking about being fair.
There's
Because
absolutely
if I
no
would have did
prejudice
that,
to
Your
you
Honor,
in
with all
terms
due
of
respect,
surprise.
with
by
all
the
due respect, if I had
Right.
done that,
I am going to move on.
if
from
I had
this
done that, it
Mr.
would have been a
Brooks,
big
I'm
thing.
advising you.
Are you asking me?
I'm advising you, sir.
Oh, okay. I
I'm
don't know what that
advising you
means.
to sit down
I
and
don't
be
know what that
quiet.
means.
And if you interrupt me again, you are on notice that you will forfeit your right to be present
So
in
you're
this
holding me
trial.
in contempt.
There will be no multiple opportunities where I give you to conform your conduct to the rules of decorum
Well, then
and courtesy.
just hold me in contempt then, Your Honor.
You are
Hold me in
hereby
contempt, because
advised
I didn't even, I'm trying to
that
seek
if
to
you
understand.
start talking about subject matter jurisdiction or any of these other
It
issues,
needs to be addressed,
or
Your
in
Honor.
any way
We're not talking
interrupt
about subject matter jurisdiction.
the
We're
reading
talking
of the jury
about
instructions.
why my due process
I
has
will
been violated.
excuse the jury and you will be removed
Your
to
Honor,
the other courtroom.
We're talking about the 14th Amendment,
Right,
Section
I'm
1.
taking a 5-minute break. We are
Your
in
Honor,
recess.
I don't
When
agree
come
to a
back out, the
estoppel.
jury
I
will be
don't agree
coming
to a
as well.
estoppel. Your Honor. Because what you're doing is not fair. I can't even rebut what you're saying. I didn't interrupt you. I let you make your incorrect record.
Mr. Brooks, I'm bringing the jury out and we're continuing. We're going to get through these witnesses.
And I'm not stopping you from doing that.
Through your behavior, you're not going to delay these proceedings today.
I'm not trying to delay the
continue.
proceedings, so I wish you would stop being incorrect on the record and saying what I'm trying to do if you don't know that. You don't know what I'm trying to do.
I'm bringing the jury out. I'm not going to argue with you.
Then don't. Because I'm not arguing with you either. I'm stating facts.
You're raising your voice. It's
because
very
I'm tired of you always making a record.
At me.
You're making a record of me trying to look bad. I know what you're trying to do. It's not gonna work.
I'm making a record of what's accurately.
You're making a record of incorrect statements. That's what you're doing. You're not making a record of not being.
I'm advising you to be quiet because the jury's coming back out.
You're advising me to be quiet. Is you telling me to be quiet?
You to be respectful when the jury.
Are you telling me to be quiet, or are you asking me?
I'm asking you and advising
okay.
you.
Thank you for correcting that, because don't nobody tell me what to do. I don't tell nobody else what to do.
I'd appreciate.
We're all adults in here. I've never told you to do anything at all.
Sir, I'd appreciate if your tone of voice would change.
I would appreciate if you would ask me. I'm a grown man with grown kids. Ain't nobody gonna talk to me like that. Nobody. I don't have a problem with doing what you ask me to do, not tell me. Just like when I asked you about subject matter jurisdiction that you have yet to prove on the record. But somehow I'm being intentionally disruptive. Come on, man. Stop. Just stop it.
Jury's coming out.
All right for the jury.
Not gonna work.
It would be fair to say that if there's details you don't recall, how can you recall half the travel or the SUV that you claim you saw?
Can you rephrase the question? I'm not understanding.
I think it was clear, but I'll actually. You just acknowledged that there may be some details that you don't quite recall. So would it be fair to say that you don't quite recall the path of travel of the vehicle?
No, that is not correct.
Judging by what you just stated, wouldn't it be fair to say that that's a possibility?
No.
So you recall all the details of what you observed that evening, November 21st, 2021?
No.
So what other details do you not recall?
Your Honor, how does someone recall the details that they don't recall?
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Sustain this to the form of the question.
Seems very funny.
.50 sub 3 sub F and 939.63 sub 1 sub B of the Wisconsin statutes. The 39th count of the information in this case charges that Darrell E. Brooks, on or about Sunday, November 21 of 2021, on Main Street in the city of Waukesha, Waukesha County, Wisconsin, did recklessly endanger the safety of Lola Hospital under circumstances which show utter disregard for human life and while using a dangerous weapon, contrary to sections 941.30 sub 1, 939.50 sub 3 sub F, and 939.63 sub 1 sub B of the Wisconsin statutes. The 40th count of the information in this case charges that Darrell E. Brooks, on or about Sunday, November 21 of 2021, on Main Street, in the city of Waukesha, you waived your right to counsel.
I didn't waive my right to no counsel. I gave you the contract.
Right.
I did not. And you won't sit here and say that for the record, because that is not what happened.
You are
No.
incorrect.
So we don't have the, do we have the paperwork? Because I believe that I gave you the paperwork back that you,
Mr. Brooks, you
I gave it to you, altered,
clearly
and did not waive it.
have been presenting a nuanced argument regarding
That
the
is
right
not
to
true.
counsel
That is not
versus
true.
the right to assistance of counsel.
That is not true.
That's a pretty sophisticated argument. That's why I believe you fully understand what's
I
going
don't.
on in this courtroom.
I don't fully understand.
I disagree with your
I
characterization
disagree with your
of the
characteristic.
right to counsel.
You know that you accepted
You
the way that I
waived
gave it to
the
you.
entirety.
So you shouldn't have did that if you had questions of me not understanding.
I don't have any questions whatsoever.
You definitely do, because I'm telling you right now I don't understand, and you still won't even acknowledge the fact that I'm saying in open court on the record that I don't understand something. I haven't waived anything. You made decisions today that I didn't consent to, that I explained I did not answer because I didn't understand, which is my right to say that.
Right, Mr. Brooks, you
It's
are
also my Fifth
interfering
Amendment
with
right
the
to be
proper and
silent.
orderly administration of these proceedings. I understand that you disagree with the decisions that I have made, but you aren't respectful of the decisions. You keep wanting to debate them and argue them. That is not the proper legal recourse at this time. I have asked he continued, he would forfeit his right to be present in this courtroom and would be taken to the neighboring courtroom. I believe I gave that warning at least twice. Of course, this comes on the record before this court over the first 15 days of trial where Mr. in court.
I just said no. How many
Okay.
times I gotta say the same thing on record?
You know, sometimes, sir, I don't hear what you say because you interrupt me so much or you answer quietly. And I'm taking notes and I'm focused on probably a dozen things at the same time.
But if I say something under my breath, everybody seems to hear it. Everybody seems to hear
In
that
a
just
quiet
fine.
courtroom,
And
yes, we can hear it very
and
clearly.
everybody assumes that it has to be disparaging. Or,
Once again, you're doing this tactic.
Because
you try to
it's
go
not a tactic,
off
it's
of what
facts.
We're talking
It's
about
facts.
to some other reason.
It's facts.
to
Because
some
I
other
find it
thing.
hard to believe that
I'm gonna
all
let
of
the
a sudden
state.
nobody hears what I say.
I'm gonna let the state
man,
make
stop.
a record of why they
Stop.
believe it's objectionable because I haven't let them do that. I've given you multiple opportunities to tell me why you
So
believe
I
it's.
didn't get these pictures from nobody else. Why was
The
somebody
record will
else
reflect you have 2 pictures that you believe were from this witness.
that I know is from
No, that you believe.
that I know?
All right, I'll ask the state their position on all of this.
My position, Your Honor, is that these pictures, first of all, should not be admissible. 1, because of a discovery violation. We've never seen them before. 2, because we have reason to believe that he did not get them from Erica Patterson. He is on a jail phone call talking to his mother, Dawn Woods, about Dawn Woods sending these photographs to him. Now,
That's a lie. I object to
Let
that.
the state make their argument without interruption, sir.
That's a lie, though.
3, I believe that these photographs are designed to make a suggestion to the jury that Erica Patterson is a bad mom. I think that is what the defendant is trying to do. And if we're going to go down that road, then we would be forced to counter that claim. First of all, it doesn't make her an incredible witness, if it's even true. And second of all, if we go down that road, we would be forced to counter that claim by pointing out that not only does the defendant not live with the child in question, he doesn't live with any of the other children that he has. He impregnated Erica Patterson when she was a minor in Nevada, and for doing so, he was convicted of statutory sexual seduction, pled guilty in March of 2007 to that felony offense, and is a sex offender on the registry as a result. So if there's any causation that would lead to Erica Patterson being a bad mom, Mr. Brooks has a direct...
It's not
Stop
accurate.
talking.
What you mean, stop talking?
I need to make a ruling. Okay,
Well,
I'm
let's-
purposely
let's
not
talk-
putting
let's
you in
talk
the
to-
other courtroom
Let's
right
talk to
now.
each other like adults then.
Mr.
Because
Brooks,
I've never told you to stop talking.
I'm going to ask this question one more time. If he doesn't answer it, I'll take it as a no. Do you want the opportunity to question Detective Casey regarding either his questioning or meeting up with your mom and your niece and nephew about possible testimony, or the search of your jail cell? Yes or no?
What was the problem with me asking the
All
question
right,
about
he's
the
not
jail
answered
cell?
my question. We'll move on.
I'm trying to understand. If I
All right,
don't
we're gonna take a
understand,
break.
how do
We're
I
in
know?
recess, 15 minutes
How do I
from
know
now.
what I'm
Take
supposed to
care.
answer if I don't understand? And I don't agree to a stop.
I don't want to do that. 76. The 76 count. Just want to make. It says near Frame Park, so it is in there. But that was just one question I had. All right. So, state have any requests as it relates to the jury instructions?
Your Honor, I'm just going through each one. I'm on page 50 of 107. Everything's looking great so far.
Okay. Fair enough, there's 107 pages. I certainly can give the parties some time to continue to read through them. To come back into this courtroom as you call your next witness.
You're not finna hold me in contempt no more. Not finna do that.
Mr. Brooks is not answering my question directly, so based upon that, I'll advise him that if I will ask one more time and he fails to answer it with a yes or no, I will take that as a no, that he wants to stay in that courtroom.
You can't answer
Mr.
for
Brooks?
me. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Mr. Brooks, I'm advising you that I will. He's interrupting me once again.
Okay, you talking. You the one talking right now, so don't do that.
I'm going to mute him because he's not being respectful and he's just spouting off. So he did not answer my question directly. He has not reclaimed his right to come back into the courtroom because number one, he has not requested it. Number two, he hasn't answered my question about whether he wants to come back in. And number three, he hasn't stated or demonstrated a willingness to conduct himself consistently with the decorum and respect inherent in the concepts of courts and judicial. Do you want to be present at that?
For the record, I'm not a person. I'm a human being.
A functional equivalent to being present in this courtroom. He's able to see, he's able to hear, we have video, we have audio. He has consistently been provided with all of the materials. If the materials are here in this courtroom when we start out, but he's removed, they have been taken to him. He has been provided with paper and a pen so that he can communicate with the court. I can tell from his demeanor right now, he's doing a clapping type motion. He's doing it once again. It's a clear indication that he can hear this court. I've also confirmed with the bailiff.
From 2006.
All right, I need to take a break. This man right now is having a stare down with me. It's very disrespectful. He pounded his fist. Frankly, it makes me scared. And we're taking a break. 50 sub 3 sub H of the Wisconsin statutes. Bail jumping, as defined in section 946.49 sub 1 of the Criminal Code of Wisconsin, is committed by one who has been released from custody on bond and intentionally fails to comply with the terms of the bond. Okay?
See, I didn't interrupt you, see?
I'm sorry?
I said, see, I didn't interrupt you.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I would like the parties back in about a half an hour. Thank you, unless...
Because we have reason to believe that he did not get them from Erica Patterson. He was on a jail phone call talking to his mother, Dawn Woods, about Dawn Woods sending these photographs to him. Now,
that's a lie. I object to that.
Let the state make their argument without interruption, sir.
That's a lie, though.
3, I believe that these photographs are designed to make a suggestion to the jury that Erica Patterson is a bad mom. I think that is what the defendant is trying to do. And if we're going to go down that road, then we would be forced to counter that claim. First of all, it doesn't make her an incredible witness, if it's even true. And second of all, if we go down that road, we would be forced to counter that claim by pointing out that not only does the defendant not live with the child in question, he doesn't live with any of the other children that he has. He impregnated Erica Patterson when she was a minor in Nevada, and for doing so, he was convicted of statutory sexual seduction, pled guilty in March of 2007 to that felony offense, and is a sex offender on the registry as a result. So if there's any causation that would lead to Erica Patterson being a bad mom, Mr. Brooks has a direct role in that causation.
And that's
furthermore,
I object to that.
I'm not
because that's a lie.
Let him
at the
finish.
end of the day,
Let him finish.
If we don't open the door on that, no, since he want to make a record and not be accurate, so let's be accurate all on the record. Since you think you know so much.
Once
so
again,
we can
Mr.
open
Brooks
the door on.
is being
We can
loud,
open the door on how old she told me she was when
interrupting.
We can ask that question
he is
too. Then
over the
Did you
top
ask
animated
that? Did
right
you know
now.
that?
Mr. Brooks, I'm ordering you to sit down and to let the state finish.
No, I'm not going to sit here and let somebody be inaccurate on the record and lie on the record.
Right. Under Illinois versus Allen, I've warned him repeatedly. He's being removed from the courtroom. And you know what? Let me dial that back. We're just going to take an early lunch, 1 hour. We'll be back. And unless he brings that letter and he can show it is inadmissible, she will not be questioned. And under 906.11, I will declare the cross-examination closed. Thank you. We're in recess, 1 hour.
Get your facts straight. So let's open the door on all of it then, so we can get all of it on the record. Since you think you know so much. Did you know she said she was 18